So it doesn't take very long before you guys get kind of out of the range of the flashlights of the other three. And so you're like in the shadows now on your own. You're moving forward. So I guess we'll lean into your skill sets. You should make spot hidden, and Ringo should make listen.
That is a 71 under 80.
44 under 70.
Excellent. You hear more of the hauling response thing, and you should make a... Do you have psychology?
Nope. I mean, I have it at 10. It's one of my trained skills, but I didn't put any points into it.
Why don't you just go ahead and make an intelligence idea roll?
Past that, 19 under 75.
Oh, you can definitely tell from the response thing that there is a certain melancholy to it, and you feel like one of the two songs compromised, like it's been hurt or sad or something.
One of them's injured.
Whoa.
I can tell. I can hear it. He's sad. It's like my second hit, you know? Don't cry, because I'm already crying.
Oh, I remember hitting that one. Dude,
I wish we were like those people on that podcast where you just make up a song on the spot and just start singing it.
bro, I go Tesco's every other day. You're playing on overhead.
We're still playing it, Tesco's.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my bread and my milk.
All right,
Hear
yeah.
your sad voice.
Yeah.
So, it's probably one that Yuri hit then.
I will get some, yeah.
You think you might be able to follow it to where it is?
I mean, we can follow it. Should I mean, I don't know what good that'll do. It might be a little upset.
Well, if it sees us, it's a good chance it's going to strike again.
Well,
But,
maybe we strike fear in their hearts, you know? We've hurt them. We can hurt them again.
it did say,
Help us.
help us.
Maybe we could...
Maybe
Could we try to help them? I mean, what could we...
it's just that we don't know how yet. So, if we figure it out.
We can't do like an arms up, don't, bite. They don't have eyes.
I don't know. We just had to keep going forward.
As you're talking and
Yeah.
walking, and he's talking about being able to get towards the direction that you can reach, you see what seems like the faintest glow of red in the same direction that Ringo had indicated where he thinks he could guide you.
Is it like a primary red, like the GoPro red, or is it more of a sort of warm fireplace sort of?
More the latter, but it's also far in the distance that it's hard to distinguish. Like, it's sort of like your flashlights go a certain distance, they produce light pollution, but further on, deeper into the Craven structure, you go, wait, there's some lit up reddish glow over there, just enough that you can see that if you had turned off all of your flashlights, you might be able to see it more clearly.
Ringo, check that out. Oh, there.
There's a light. There's a little orange, right? Go out.
It's really hard to tell with the light pollution of your flashlights being on.
Yeah. Turn them off.
So here's what I do. I don't turn my flashlight off, but I sort of just move it behind me. Like instead of it being in front, I'm then
Point it
sort of
down.
I'm pointing. Yeah.
I could probably hear better in the dark. Shook.
Is that
Turn
the
off
name of
light.
your
Alright.
Is that the name of your next album?
It was
Turn off the dark?
turn off the dark.
Turn on the dark because my light is already off.
We know.
Sure it is.
We know.
Turn off the dark?
Yes.
Oh, really? All right. So you turn off your flashlight, you
Yeah.
point yours
Spider-Man.
down, and that makes it just dark enough that you can see now that maybe another 100 yards ahead, the cave area really opens up, and there's now another segment of stalactites and stalagmites and things like that with a much more uneven floor, and there is a very faint red glow coming from near the back of that structure, and you can see back there now that there is now like craggy. No, it's not like a smooth tunnel anymore. There's like openings and like big stone like pillar-like structures that look like they grew out over hundreds of years and things like that. And from one of the areas, sort of like, you know how in scary haunted house movies, like there's always like a glow far away that looks like it's around the corner. It's kind of like that. Like there's a turn and then there's a like faint glow coming from somewhere around the bend.
What, you think maybe it's a fire?
I mean, we got to check it out, right?
So of course we gotta check it
I've
out.
got full curiosity going on here. I need to know what that is. It's glow down here. Like, I've heard of luminescent moss, but...
Hey, did you guys, why did you turn off the light?
They're too far for you to hear.
And so he says that, and then...
No, you
Well, no,
you can see the lights have gone off, but you're by the sled,
but
right?
they're in the suits, though.
Oh, you're in your suits. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're still wearing
I
these
forgot.
uncomfortable suits.
So,
yes.
You mean uncomfortable?
Pretty uncomfortable.
Perfectly temperature controlled.
They are actually surprisingly comfortable.
So if we
You
can
don't get to enjoy this warm breeze. Huh?
if we can get this message from him, then I'm like,
Yes, you're right.
And then-
you can.
That's a good point. Shh. Hey, why did you turn off? Did someone turn off their light? Ringo.
no, we're just
Yeah, there's a orange light up ahead. It's very strange. We turn off the lights to get a better look. You know, reduce the light pollution.
I didn't
Oh,
know.
but-
Tell him his flare. Yuri says he thinks it might be a flare.
Flares don't last that long. Over.
He says flare. I'm not gonna keep repeating it, but
Yes, they do.
They kind of do.
Have you been on the road when there's been an accident?
I mean,
But that's the sort of thing that
thing
that,
Ringo
that
would
Ringo
say.
Well,
would
that's
say.
true. I guess Ringo doesn't have lots of flair
Ringo's
experience.
confident.
Being a boy band member.
Dude, flares they only last for like 3 minutes.
I watch movies. They don't last that long. They go
How long
under
do
the
flares
eye and they go...
last? Like 20 minutes?
I think the traffic ones last like half an hour
Yeah.
or something. Half an hour or
You know,
more.
I'm curious. How long?
Half an hour sounds about right.
Anyway.
does it look like a flare to you? We can't see anything from here, right?
No, you definitely can't see anything. From
No, I mean, we have a lot of our lights on.
And
and
this
Will's light is still on.
I hear this correspondence of like,
Harry's
why aren't you flashing your light? And then I decide to raise my light back up.
It's not at all. I looked
So, what are you guys gonna wait for us to check it out?
I mean,
Over.
Oh, sorry. I was looking up how long road flares last. Only 15 minutes.
Oh no, the police ones last for half an hour.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
You guys have the good
emergency
ones.
ones will be like, yeah.
You guys have the good ones.
Right. I think we've got to check it out. Over.
They're gonna check it out. Should probably wait for us because there's only so many guns, right? Well, at least people who can use them. Over.
Ringo, what are you guys talking about?
You saying they want to see it too?
We should wait for him then.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's see it together. Over.
We're gonna let them catch up.
So the slope sort of levels out at this point, or is it?
No. I
Getting
guess from where you
steeper?
are,
It
it gets steeper to where they are, and then it continues steeply until it gets to where the light glow was,
Oh. Okay.
and then it disappears into an infrastructure of more tunnels that spread out.
Still
Little
going
maze.
steeply down. Wow.
Steep-ish,
Steepish down.
like a good Earl Grey steep.
Oh yeah.
So you two are just waiting here for them.
Well, how far in terms of minutes are we ahead of them? Like a full 2 minutes
it
ahead?
would take. Oh no, you're like 5-10 minutes at least ahead.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, this is like you were like just edging your way forward. You're way deep in that. It would take them as long to get to you as it would take for you to get to where the light is.
Then I
For them to
wow.
go that far ahead.
Yeah,
I was just thinking like go 20 feet ahead so we know that
I would
it
wanna
doesn't
be able
Oh
to
no, you're
suddenly
well out of
become
light
steep.
range.
I think that knowing that
Okay.
I do really want to wait for them to come because if
Might as
we
well wait.
reach the light and it's something bad, then we have to wait 15 minutes to get help. So
Yeah.
yes.
You have a gun.
I have
you do?
yes. I don't know what my damage is on that gun, but
We have a couple guns.
Oh, everyone has
Yeah,
like
I-
a
I-
sidearm gun.
Yeah,
yeah, I
everyone
have a
has some
sidearm
kind of
gun.
Except I think Ringo said he wasn't gonna have a gun for some reason, but
Did he more
These hands are for making
love?
love.
Not.
And
not
these
for
hands
making-
are not meant for the guns of this
these
world.
pens are for breasts and Rubik's cubes.
I want to save lives, not end them.
Both equally difficult to solve.
Yes. Look at that. Make a luck check.
Make a sanity check.
And then that's where the episode cuts. No. Or
yeah, fuck you, James. Though, yeah.
or either that or that's gonna be the name of the episode.
Oh no.
This is how we can determine who our true fans are because they'll comment about the joke.
Yes,
They'll watch
that's
the
right.
video all the way through, right?
Rubik's boobs.
It's not getting better.
We're gonna edit that one out in post. We're gonna replace it with a better
But the
joke.
mics didn't pick that one up.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Just a sudden bleep.
There's
like
no
a
sound
censorship.
of James talking.
Sudden censorship.
Quit while you were ahead.
No, so yes,
Alright.
we want.
You
to
will
stay,
hang out there
yes.
until the. So you guys, are you maneuvering this sled down to where they are?
I don't have the sled.
All three of you have the sled now. I thought you guys were all like cooperating.
Oh, okay,
next
we're all
you are
helping.
next
Okay.
to Deborah and I who have the sled.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
You
but
are taking
two-
a break because
Oh, you're on
you
break.
are tired.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're waiting for these three. You're just taking a break. So it's just Deborah and Yuri on the sled. So why don't we have Deborah and Yuri make luck checks?
Ooh, wait, I'm bad at those.
Get ready, Peter.
If only it could have been a con roll.
Just
I know.
Just believe in the luck.
I'm a con man.
Trust in the luck.
Well, 25 under 29. I keep
Not
rolling
bad.
well.
Yeah, Deborah is also one with the mythos and can seem to do no wrong. So there were a couple of like crazy bad goings on, but between the two of you, you are masterful and strong, and as a result, was able to keep the sled from like getting away from you. But it's very clear that this is not good terrain for this, and that you're both very confident that anyone less competent or less strong than you would have lost control of this sled multiple times.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, so you get to
knew I
where
was right,
these
but-
two are waiting, and they're just kind of like chilling. Oh, while you were chilling, the light went out.
Huh.
Oh, the red light.
Yeah,
How long did it take for it to go out?
about 5 minutes after you saw
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Did it like go out abruptly, or was it like a gradual?
Quickly gradual.
Oh, like somebody dimmed their lights all the way off when
Yes.
they leave the house. or
Yes,
something.
exactly.
Okay.
So it was gradual, but gradual over like 5 seconds. So,
Interesting.
all right. So you see these people like maneuvering the sled towards where you guys are, and you can see that they're having a little bit of a hard time. Like basically, you have to like python this sled in or something like that to keep it from like.
Can I come help? I see them struggling. I can help them, right?
Oh yeah, sure. You guys can
Just give
once
them a
you
hand.
they get into range, you guys can go up there and help them out.
Once they get in range, I'm gonna not be in front of the sled anymore.
Okay. So what ends up happening is that they get over here, and Deborah and Yuri maneuver the sled sideways so that it's like at an angle, so it won't slide down, and so it's now kind of parked.
We could wedge it up next to a stalagmite, right?
You could. So at this point, you guys can decide whether to leave the sled here and go forward as a group of 5, or like leave another solo individual to guard this sled.
Right, so we were looking up ahead, and the train up ahead's a little bit rocky. I don't know if it would be the easiest to get the sled through it. But also, since you guys gotten here, the light's gone out. The light went out about 5 minutes after we got in contact with you guys. So,
What did it look like when it went out?
orange.
It sort of looked like, I don't know, like a dimmer switch. I don't know. It wasn't like a flash or like a snuffing of like a candle or anything. I thought it might have been a fire, personally, but I don't know. Fires don't really go out like that, so.
I mean, somebody mentioned it before, but we all have these emergency flare guns, so maybe it was one of those.
Was it similar in color to the flare color?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Which would make sense if it went out. They don't last that long.
Did Malcolm Scott have any flares on him?
I mean,
We're still,
probably.
Well,
for all I know, he could be, using that for himself, unless these things have mimicked the quality of luminescence.
I mean, never mind.
Seems unlikely.
Deborah is scanning her flashlight towards the direction and is like, so which way is it then? And as she's panning her flashlight back and forth, you can sort of see that it's going to be a little bit hard to tell exactly where it was now that the lights got out.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of like hidden kind of areas in the back. It looks like a whole bunch of possible outcomes that you can go, because there's like multiple egresses now from this area. And it's still a good like 10 minutes to get back there, depending on whether you're going at a quick clip or being very careful to pick your way through.
I guess between me and Ringo, we'd probably just make our best educated guess.
yeah, it was about in that direction, yeah.
Oh, and you definitely cannot bring the
Well,
sled
that-
once you get back there.
Right.
Sure. So this is a bigger open area that has stalagmites and stalactites.
Yeah, like basically about 5 minutes further on from here, it becomes just wild cave. Like it's no longer this kind of like smooth tunneled area, but it's like more broken up, more chaotic, more craggly, and like there's no obvious like this is the direction. Like it just looks like an open area that's been broken up by so many stalactites and stalagmites forming over the years that it's all random now.
Okay, so it's kind of like a little maze area.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, well, at this point, if one of the creatures was to get here, we'd be better off together. I don't think it's useful to leave anyone behind with the sled if we're just going to go a little bit forward. That said, we'll want to be able to trace our route back. So let's take these white crayons that we have, and we'll mark the side of a stalactite or a stalagmite, stalagmite or a stalactite if one hangs down far enough on the side where we'd be able to see it coming from back from the other direction.
Okay.
And then, I think that's the best way to move forward.
Then we move forward.
All right.
Okay, so all 5 of you leave the sled and you head towards the back there. It's going to be Ringo and Harry leading the way. Why don't you two both make intelligence checks?
Woohoo! 9. Under 75. So that's
Got a-
the extreme.
I got a 47 under 60.
Ringo is translating and triangulating with the bat-like precision of someone who spent their entire life listening to the most subtle sounds in the recording studio. You're beginning to think that maybe Ringo was the only person in the boy band who actually knew how music actually worked and was constantly annoying his bandmates by saying, that is not the correct tone.
Yeah. The sounds of silence.
Yes. And so Ringo is very certain. Like every time you were like, well, I think it was over there, Ringo goes, no, it's clearly this way. And he's taken such an authority of it that you guys have just decided to just go with what he's telling you. And as you go in the direction, you pause every like 50 feet or so for Danny to make a mark on the back of a stalactite or something like that. And Danny, make a spot hidden check.
Oops. No. That is a... What is the base? That's a 58 over 25, so fail.
Unfortunate. All right. So you proceed deeper and deeper into the area, and you get to the part where the turn is about to happen, and you shine your flashlights, and two things immediately come to the fore. Number one is the fact that there is a spent flare here. It looks very familiar. You're not 100% certain because flares are not like marked with fingerprints or anything like that. But it looks like the flare that you threw down from the other tunnel structure, but you're not 100% certain.
Can we find the pit?
No, you do not find a
Ceiling.
pit. However, before we get too far ahead, because like we don't want to like surprise anyone with, near the flare is a human head.
What? Oh no.
Yes. Turns out, Rio, when you thought you might have accidentally seen Wen's head, you clearly were not mistaken because there she is, bodiless.
But here, not on the slope.
I would like to
What?
get a look at.
Oh, Pierre should make sanity checks.
Oh, everyone.
Yes.
Ooh.
What? I
Okay.
got a 2.
Do you want to?
I'm so
know.
sane.
You saw it coming. You're going, I never liked her anyway.
I got a 52 under 61.
Okay, good.
Nope. 72 over 57.
I got a 25 under 35.
Wait, what under 35?
25
Oh,
under
okay.
35.
For some reason, I
Sanity.
thought I heard you say 75 over under 35. I was like,
No.
what? All right, you didn't make it?
Nope.
All right, so you should take 2 sanity.
Okay.
Also make a power check.
Ooh, 20 under 65. So I succeed.
All right.
Oh, that's a great success, but
Excellent.
not extreme.
So everyone saw this human head. You also saw the human head, except as you noticed it, as soon as the light shined on it, its left eye moved and turned towards you.
Ah! Did you guys? The eye. Oh my god, the eye just moved.
Which
I
eye?
knew I saw the left one. I knew I saw her head on the slope, but will somebody go check it out?
I'll check.
If it was on slope, how is it here?
I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Don't worry. I would like to check it out because
You have seen so many dead heads.
Yes.
And even a couple of actual severed heads.
I would also like to check it out.
I'm curious actually to see, was it ripped off or was it like
cut
off?
cleanly.
Yeah.
It
Just
is-
popped right off.
It is clearly mangled,
Yeah.
ripped from the body. It is very dead. You can even see that occlusion of the eyes that they've been dead for a while. Clearly, no part of this skull is animated in any way. But because Danny made this crazy comment that the left eye moved, you did look, and the right and left eyes are looking in different directions. And the left eye is sort of looking in the direction where Danny would have been standing. But that's impossible. That never happens in real life. It is weird, however, the eyes are not looking in the same direction.
Is that weird for a dead person? Like,
Well,
there's no muscles that control the direction of your eyes, but like,
unless there was some
never thought about that.
actual damage to the eye, which I'm looking at it now. I don't.
Could you move
I
the
can't
eye
imagine.
of a
Eyes are
dead
looking in
person?
different directions.
There is some possibility that the trauma of having your head ripped off could create this due to muscle action. I mean, having your head ripped off your body does all kinds of crazy things. So it could just been a natural nerve muscle response. It is kind of disturbing to look at as you talk about it more, because not only is it Wen's severed head, but it is weird that the eyes are looking in different directions.
Well,
Oh man, I turn around. I can't look at that anymore, man. It's
I decide I close our lids.
Turns out, once the rigor mortis process has settled in, that really isn't as easy as in the movies. So you try to pull her lids down, but they don't really close.
Well, fuck. Okay.
Yeah. Usually that works as if you do it right as they're dying or just died. But at this point, her head's been cut off long enough that like you can't really even pull them down very easily.
Wait, is that if that was I look up. Is there anything above?
Nope, there is
the
not
flare?
an opening for where the pit would have been on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
Okay, this isn't the
Although Flare was
Wait.
knocked away.
kicked, yeah.
from Pit,
so it could be
nearby.
what direction are we? Does anyone remember I'm not very good with spatial stuff. If we came back this way and then went down this way and the flare was kicked, which direction would that opening be? That way? I point like deeper into the tunnel.
Well, it will be
that way?
It will be in tunnel, not open area. It was confined space.
I mean, this
Well,
tunnel
no, it
could
could have
definitely lean
been-
back. It does seem like it would go back in that direction. Like you were word deep, you came laterally this way. You've been going downhill. Yeah, it could be that way. Like there's probably even
Yeah.
chances.
How close is the flare to the head?
About a couple feet.
What are the chances? Could Sphinx have had head
You could
with it?
Well, is there a blood trail?
Ooh, good question.
Definitely
Harry,
not
can
the
you
blood
see?
trail, but the head does have like what looks like it could be like jaw marks on parts.
On either side.
Yeah.
Could we be seeing a collecting behavior? You know, Something-
collecting?
You know, like crows. Crows will grab the shiny things.
Yes, like heads.
Well, I mean,
What a very big
that's-
crow!
That's a very morbid joke, Yuri.
we're talking unknown monsters that are inhibiting some sort of intelligence. It could be possible that they have this collecting thing where they just grab things that they like heads.
Either that or they're trying to lead us to things. They want to lead us to her head for some reason.
It's a warning.
A warning.
That's right. Yeah, we're warning you.
I feel like
Don't
we've,
come deep in our cave.
I feel like we've had nothing but warnings since the moment we got here.
Yes,
Like
clearly
a
they
little
don't want us here, but
If
Oh,
you have
no
mythos,
choice.
you should roll it.
Okay.
I do have
Well,
those.
I mean, everybody has.
We've got some mind.
No, it
Well,
starts
you
at,
have-
it starts at
It's
0.
zero.
It starts at 0.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did I not get any of my
Nope.
nope.
It's the 1%.
I didn't get any.
That's fair. Mythos
If you
is
get
very
close enough, then you can just.
I would have
burn your
spent
I mean,
so much luck.
okay,
high.
listen.
I think the highest
I-
mythos anyone ever got in the entire game so far was James Olsen in one of our
What was it, like
earlier
15 or
games.
something?
I have 62.
Wasn't
The
even that
first
high.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, Sovia.
Really?
Freddie got up to like 30.
Yeah.
We're going pretty
He
hard
was like
on
casting
it.
spells
Yeah.
and stuff.
It's like,
He lit,
whatever.
he lit Jin on fire.
It's like, I will burn this to the ground to get more mythos spikes.
And he did.
I'm gonna stick my head into this spider hole. This is a great idea.
Give my thoughts.
All right, so yeah, so you could go deeper. It does seem like there are also other clear entrances that do not have flares and heads in them that you could go in that would lead you deeper down without going back into the weird tunnel. And there's also like they're not exactly like more tunnels, but sort of like these sheltered maze-like areas that have been formed by just like denser stalactites and stalagmites that are more like dense jungle area, except they're made of stone pillars. So they're kind of like hideaway areas that, like, basically if you were playing hide and seek, this would be glorious. Like you could actually like sneak behind a pillar for a long time and not be found.
Great.
Yes, I was thinking we could use flare to light up open area, but there are so many stalagmites it wouldn't improve much.
Yeah, it would be really shadowy.
Before I forget, here, I do my normal mark on like a stalagmite, and then I like circle it.
Okay.
You know, in case something moves the head, this way we'll know.
Well, you can draw a circle around the head.
Or are we not taking head with us?
Why would you want to take that? Come on, man. Come on.
Do you
mean-
want to leave it here? It is our companion. Do we just leave their dismembered body around?
So you guys hear this like loud clanking scratching noise. You all turn, and Deborah is standing by the wall of the cave, and she's basically carving into the wall with her like ranger knife.
Deborah, what are you doing?
I'm putting in some marks.
We have wax crayons.
Oh,
yeah,
they
don't ruin your
they-
knife.
Oh no, this is fine.
What are you
what kind of mark you got going on?
She's carving in tree branch jellyfish into the wall.
Deborah, why are you carving in a tree branch jellyfish?
Oh, there's a head here, right? You want people in the future to be able to like get over here, right?
Deborah, are you okay?
Yeah.
This is
I mean-
this is the least logical thing you've done
Deborah, I want you to know,
since I've met you.
it seems like you're acting like a crazy person.
I don't
Did
know.
you
I
not
wouldn't say
see
that.
the
That
other
seems
carved
pretty.
symbols of tree branch jellyfish since we've
Did
gotten
you-
here?
did-
Yes,
do
and the
those
dismembered
carvings?
heads next to each and every one of them.
No, but they were all to lead you to the interesting parts of this cave infrastructure. I mean, who do you think left those symbols there before? The other people who came before us, right? So, I mean, we can't come and not, like, contribute to that entire process.
Deborah,
But maybe like not a tree branch jellyfish, because what if there's some other meaning that we haven't figured out yet? Like,
Have you
wouldn't you
seen
want the
anything
future
that-
scientists?
Have
to...
you not seen anything but tree branch jellyfish?
How about you take what we have learned so far and write that?
Yeah, you could literally write anything. You could write.
You could write words.
My name's Deborah, and fucking
Do I,
Danny.
do I look like a 12-year-old girl in middle school? That's so insulting.
Well, your name is Deborah.
Deborah, how about
What,
this?
what else am I supposed to call you?
How about this? You're a scientist, right?
I am.
And it seems to me like you're kind of mocking up an archaeological site with a carver. You're on the same level as those teenage girls who go to the national parks and carve in hearts with their, sweethearts.
Ringo,
Ringo,
you think
what are
this
you-
is an archaeological? What are you talking about? This is not an archaeological site. This is a natural cave area.
Yeah, a natural cave area. You're not making it very natural, are you? With your unnatural carving. You might as well do it like the other carvings anyway. It looks nothing like them.
What? What do you mean it doesn't look anything like? It looks just and that, like she's starting to get angry that you're critiquing it, and you're looking at it as like, is this pretty decent? It's not bad. Like you feel like maybe Ringo is purposely insulting her to get under her skin because she's actually doing a pretty good job. It actually looks like it's
Just why?
Although, granted, tree branch is kind of easier to do. She's having a little bit of trouble with the jellyfish part.
I'm gonna ignore Deborah for a second, and I think you should draw a circle around the head. And I don't think we need to bring the head with us. Like, what purpose is that? We left Morty out in the snow when he got attacked.
Well, that's because our lives were in imminent danger. We had to seek shelter.
Our lives still are in danger, as far as I know.
Can we at least give her a burial under rocks or something?
Why don't we have Deborah
I
carve a
mean-
hole for the head, huh?
Does anyone know if she practiced a religion? Deborah, do you know?
I'm sure.
Deborah? I don't have.
Do you know? Do
Deborah's
you know
an
if
atheist.
Deborah's an atheist? No,
not
Deborah's an
Deborah,
atheist.
not Deborah.
When
Do you know?
Oh,
If, do you
when?
know if when? Yeah. Do you know if when?
Religion is outlawed in my country. We celebrate Christmas, but it is only because of Chris. Yeah, China.
See,
she's from
okay,
China,
I don't
so
think-
she had a religious belief that she kept it under his.
I don't think it's that. I don't think we should waste time on it. Is what I'm trying
Who's
to say.
handling the head, by the way?
No one's touched it.
Oh, okay.
I,
Oh, it's just lying
I
there.
touched
Okay.
it once.
Okay.
I'm now not
I
touching
thought one of
it.
you had it under your like. It's like, look, we got you're just gesturing with it.
Do you want me
I
to
only
just drop
speak
it?
through the head now.
It's like, oh my god, it's like
It's me, Webb.
it's like, oh.
I don't think we should take the left fork.
I can see you and you at the same time.
And I actually really liked Wen, but like I don't want to just carry her on her head.
Okay. I'll mark. We've chalked around her head.
Wait, are you doing that chalk drawing thing where you draw a circle around?
Yeah. That way,
In
that
case somebody moves it, or
Oh, okay.
you know, if the head moves itself. At this point, I'd believe anything.
All right. Make a sanity check.
You always
As
saw
the
it
head
move.
moves itself.
Sprouts
I
legs.
mean, you're gonna get closer to it, and then its eye's gonna move again.
I succeed with a 45 under 55.
All right, so you're going to lose 2 points of sanity, and you do see the eye move again.
Oh my gosh!
Fuck that
It's,
eye!
it's this time it moved to follow you,
yeah.
drawing the chop line around it.
Did you finish the
I like
chalk?
dropped the
No, he
chalk.
did not try to finish the chop line. He got like
I will
a third
do
of
it.
the way done.
That eye! Right
Oh,
there!
no, you
It's
are
okay,
a
Danny.
crime scene
It's
expert.
okay,
Sure.
Danny.
Yes, you
Danny.
do it.
It's all right. It's all right. You've got corporate sensibilities. You can't handle a little Ed.
Take
you
it.
know.
Not
Take a deep
It's
breath.
not the corporate sensibilities. That eye, right there, it moved. Again, I saw it before. It followed me as I was drawing the chalk line.
All right, let's be reasonable. Was it one of the eyes or two or both of
Yeah,
them?
bro. Which eye was it?
Was it the same eye?
Yeah, it was the same eye.
It was the same eye. It was the left.
Think about that rationally. How ridiculous is that? That one eye followed you instead too.
Not any more ridiculous than finding
Well,
a human
was your
no-eye
imagination? It's a-
faced sphinx creature.
We're deep in
the
a cave, and it's a low light situation. I'm sure your mind's just playing tricks on you.
There's something. There's like something that I want to say.
Oh, yeah.
But like my character would not say. What I want to say is, "Wow, I really could use a left eye right now." But my character would never,
I
in
can't see
good
it
conscience,
direction.
say that right now.
I mean, could we? We have a doctor.
You know,
That's
Harry.
not how that works.
You know,
It's
Harry.
only a
This,
little.
this is what was that? What was your game?
What game? Oh, the.
The space one, where
Oh.
Peter's character.
Oh,
was,
yes.
I can easily trust.
Children of the Phoenix.
That's
Yeah.
right. Peter's character in Children of the Phoenix is like, which one of these eyes would you like?
Easy transplant.
I can move them both into your head.
I don't
Do you like
know.
these eyes?
I don't know what Yuri's thing about eye surgery is. I don't believe that I'm in the condition to do that.
This head
It is difficult,
this
but
head
not
is so dead.
impossible.
It is not impossible. Although these eyes have been dead for a while,
A long time.
it's unclear if they're still viable.
I would give it a shot.
Dude, you do not know how much I actually want to do
If
this.
this is something that you want, I can give it a
You-
college try.
So wait,
We did bring the surgery tools, but in character, I want to say, Harry. You know what? I'm done drawing that line.
Bro, give me the
If you
troll.
wanna-
Give me control.
It's
Give me
right.
control.
It's right there.
So I take the
It's
troll.
right next
Alright.
to that
So
head.
I'm drawing a circle around the head, and I'm looking at the left eye to
Alright.
see if I am getting the same reaction that he is getting.
All right. So first of all, why don't you go ahead and make a sanity check?
Man, I want to go pick up this head so bad.
I got an 89 above my 61.
Okay.
We're all just gonna keep fucking.
You're getting a slightly different effect. Oh. So you lose 2 sanity.
Okay.
You know how he has that whole thing where he says the eye moved and then he drops the chalk and stuff like that? So you're watching this left eye very
Yes.
closely.
Because he says this, and like, there's a chance he could be telling the truth.
So, you know those paintings where the eye follows you wherever you are in the room? That's what this is doing. Instead of like following the chalk, like Danny claimed, this eye is just looking at your eye. Like you're looking at it and it's like looking back at you, and you're just staring at it and it's staring at you. And you're pretty sure that as you're moving around drawing the chalk and you move, the eye just follows you.
Okay, guys. Maybe it's just like an optical illusion. It wasn't like actually like moving. I don't think. But it did look like it was looking at me the whole time.
All right, I think we need to leave the Ed, and we just gotta move on. All right, we've got Deborah going.
All done.
Do you
She
feel
did a
better
pretty
now?
good job. She does feel much better.
Oh, great.
Did you do that? Did you do that from memory?
Yeah, it's only lightning bug jellyfish. It's not that hard.
Yeah, but you got the proportions right.
I'm a well-trained scientist. I'm a pretty
Yeah,
good
but are you a
hunter.
well-trained artist as well?
Oh, thank you.
No. Are you a well-trained artist?
Well, I mean, I have to make drawings in my reports and like for my forensic work. I'm not bad.
I mean, she's a scientist of the biology of the mind. Of course, she can do all sorts of crazy drawings. You know, gotta illustrate inner psychosis. And
All right.
things, I'm
Well,
sure.
Next question: are you a carving hobbyist?
No, certainly not. I can't remember the last time I carved anything. It's a pretty good job, eh?
Give me crayon. I will write message that is not worthless.
Yeah, we got a whole box of these.
Okay, I will
There you
write
go.
like they have no eyes. Light is okay.
Under the symbol.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this message. They have no,
No
eyes.
eyes.
Light is okay. The only thing
this-
that is found
The
in the
next
game.
adventuring party that comes here 100 years from now will find all of these like lightning bolt jellyfish things, and they'll get to this one, and they'll have a message under it that if they've not seen these creatures, they're like, they have no eyes, light is okay. Make a sanity check. It's like, what does this mean?
It means the jellyfish lightning bolt creatures have no eyes.
They may or may not want your help.
Yes, that's like- more, even worse. Like this. The tree rat jellyfish was confusing enough, and then crazy writing under it that has even less context.
they'll
Leave
definitely-
dismembered head over there alone.
And they'll definitely find their way here because I've made these white chalk marks that go all the way here.
Yeah.
Head eyeball optical illusion.
Yeah.
Question.
Illusion?
Yeah. Yuri, obviously you're a doctor. Do you know
Yes.
like the possibility about eyes being, or the motor skills in the brain, and how long things can last after death?
I no, mostly when my patients die, they are carted away fairly quickly. I don't
You do
really
know that
interact with.
based on weird things that happen because of how the nervous system works,
Mm-hmm.
bodies can actually move in weird ways for days after they've died.
Oh,
Like
okay.
a
Like
corpse could be
random
sitting in the morgue for
synapses.
like 3
Sure.
days, and like a hand will twitch or like a leg will bend or something like that.
Fingernails
Okay.
still grow, right?
Yeah, ish. So it could happen.
Yes, it can move for like sporadically, even days after death.
So just because the eye may or may not move, or you think that it's looking at you, it could just be that it's still attached to the nervous system.
There
Yeah,
are living
none
cells
of
in there
you-
somewhere.
None of you could convince me that eye did not move. So
I'm not trying to.
let's move along.
I'm just trying to make sense of it all.
Okay.
mate.
Do any of us want to confirm that this is Flare we sent down hole? Do we need to find hole?
Yeah. Let's
Down this tunnel that loops back, or move forward?
I'd say we move forward,
Move forward.
but we could fan out like we did before to look for the radio, and that way maybe we have a better chance of
Radio.
finding the tunnel. The crushed radio from
Remember when we were doing the
Markham.
static thing, and then
Are
got
we back in the
crushed,
same
and we
area?
Fanned
Thought we
out.
were
You were
in
not.
No, we're
He's saying,
far,
we're saying
far
do the
away.
same technique that we
Oh,
did.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, yes. Let's find any other dismembered heads that lay about.
This is the only dismembered head you guys have seen, but
we're just
you are
trying to
still
find the
missing
tunnel.
one
Yeah,
person.
we have
so-
one more dismembered head to find.
Well, we need to know whether this is the flare we dropped down the hole, or if this is a flare that someone else carried here and lit, because we still haven't found
Yeah.
Markham's body.
So
He
you
could
would-
be.
So you would like to go down this tunnel that loops back? Look for past head.
You
Look
wouldn't
for
think Malcolm Scott
kids.
would bring a severed head down here. I mean, we found the.
No, it's very likely same fate happened to Markham.
I don't know. He's been. If he survived, then he's been down here by himself
Right.
with maybe no source of light.
We have We have acted thus
That would drive
far.
a person
Except for the
crazy.
flare. Yeah.
We've got Deborah here. We got Deborah here carving in the walls. I can't even imagine what someone would do all by themselves. I mean, come on.
Well, at least he's not crazy enough to start drawing things on the walls yet. Unless all the
Deborah
tree,
will remember
unless
that.
every single tree branch jellyfish we've seen so far
Was Markham
was
Scott?
Markham Scott.
Oh my
Which-
lord!
That,
Just been 5 minutes
Would be
ahead of you this
incredible.
entire time.
he would have covered a lot of ground in a very short period of time if that were the case.
They drive him forward, giving him new.
That would make us very lucky for
Inspiration.
happening to stumble exactly on the places that he had
That would be
drawn
amazing.
tree branch jellyfish.
I mean, we're following the tree branch jellyfish.
tree branch jellyfish. It's not tree branch jellyfish.
I think
Why
we're
do I
moving.
keep saying this.
I
It's
think
like it's like the thing Markham Scott drew on his like notebook as a child, like the S thing.
Lightning bug sunrise, you monster.
Yeah, it's Storm Sun.
All right, so you guys proceeding down tunnel that loops around.
I do think it's Storm
All right,
Sun.
you should make a
Oh,
spot
no, no,
hidden
no.
roll.
Wait, are we going forward or through this tunnel that loops back?
Oh, I think we were going forward, weren't we?
Oh, so we're not looking
What's
for the pit.
What's the difference
'Kay.
between? I think we should look for the pit. What's the difference, or like a hole up
I-
above us?
I
What's
want
the
us to
difference
vote
between
before-
that and tunnel that loops back?
So
No, that is the tunnel
Yeah.
that loops back.
yeah, so if you continue this way
'Cause the pit
around this
was
corner,
kinda behind
it,
us.
this area looks like it goes around to the right, and it could potentially loop back to where you were. You guys could also back out of here and go deeper into the other opening areas that go further into the.
So we're basically when we went to follow the light.
Or
we
you could just
followed a
go
branch.
laterally and just explore all the weird, dark, shadowy areas behind us.
Okay.
That could be fun.
Fun.
I think we should try and figure out where we are. Which, if we find the tunnel, then
Oh yeah,
that would
will
help.
help us to know where we are.
Also mean that one of those creatures might still be down here with us, which would be better to know sooner than later.
I mean, we haven't found the two that I heard.
Okay,
Compasses don't.
so we'll look for pit.
A compass wouldn't be useful here, would it?
No.
I mean, not without a map. I mean, why would it not be useful?
Oh, no,
I
I'm
mean, you
just
know what
asking.
north is, right?
Do compasses work reliably this far south?
Nope.
Nope. That's why I brought it. That's why I brought it
You're
up.
like
Alright.
in the Antarctic. You're in one of the 2 worst places in the world for compasses.
Yeah, I mentioned that on purpose because it had not been brought up until this moment.
Somehow.
Yeah, and we're too far to get a GPS signal. I think. I can check
Well,
the suit gauge.
I
Beep
thi-
beep beep.
At least we're not too far down not to get, cell phone service, I believe. A bar in order to get an email sent to your phone.
Oh, we're much further
We have
down
no
than we were before.
service.
That one bar was because we were right at the entrance
I'm
with
just-
the
I'm just
device
chat-
pointed
I'm
up.
just chatting shit, mate.
All right. Okay, so sounds like we're gonna look for this tunnel exit
If
or
we
whatever
are in
in this
agreement, yeah.
looping section.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I think it's the right thing to do.
All right, so you're gonna go forward. Only Danny, please make a spot hidden roll.
As all the chalk is getting erased behind me.
Nope.
No, 96.
Oh
All
my
right.
Oh wow!
god.
Wait,
This is
we don't all
great.
get spot hidden?
Nope,
Can't
just
see
Danny.
Wow.
Danny has the eyes.
All
Is
right.
Danny's is Danny's hearing back all the way?
Oh no, not even.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's getting
In
worse.
fact, that's why his
sometimes.
vision is so good.
It's even worse because he's got those little cotton swabs that Yuri
Oh,
put
that's
in there
right.
now to
Yeah.
keep him from hearing too well.
Just like shouting at everything I
Yeah.
say is even louder.
Like the head is going, Danny, and he's like, I can't hear anything. It's like these cotton swabs in my ear. All right, so you
See no
proceed
evil,
down
hear no
this
evil.
tunnel, and you're shining your lights around, and it's eerily reddish. Like the stone on the wall has like a reddish tone to it. So your flashlights are that bluish, whitish
Is it,
type of.
is it red like an iron deposit red?
Kind of like
Okay.
the stone itself has a reddish tinge to it.
Okay.
Yeah, red like blood, sort of.
It could be if this was like covered in blood for hundreds of years, it would also look like that.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
But you would have to take samples or something to test.
Well,
to
okay.
see
We
why
can do
it
we can
is.
do a very tiny thing. Pull out a knife and scratch at it a little.
You could
to
lick
see.
it?
I'm gonna use a knife to scratch at
Alright,
it
it's like-
to see if it's a surface level thing or if it's the, or if it's just the color of the stone.
it's the stone.
Okay,
Like, the
alright.
stone has this tinge to it.
Okay. All right. Very mysterious.
Unless it's like hundreds of layers of blood.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
Over
Just
thousands of
keep
years.
on adding layers of blood.
Hundreds of layers of blood.
I
That's
will lick it.
That's inconceivable.
I will lick. Yeah, I'm like,
Alright.
this reminds me of blood. Does it have copper taste?
It does have that taste. There's like a slightly metallic taste to it. It may not necessarily blood taste, but it does have that kind of metallic.
We're in the blood mines.
Yuri's just like, tastes like blood.
Yeah, metallic taste like blood.
Yeah.
Not what I expected, but
It could also be an amazingly rich mineral deposit. You guys are all rich beyond imagination if you could mine this and get it back
If
to
we
like,
could mine
sure.
human civilization.
Yes, that's what I think of when I think of Antarctica. How
Getting
how it can
rich.
be mined and then sold.
Well, you know, for hundreds of years, that's what people thought about Antarctica. It's
Yeah.
just
Who
that everyone
cares
who
about-
came here to try to mine it died. It's like
Who cares about the natural resources, the data that we have with these
unnatural
samples?
resources we need.
The unnatural
This
resources.
is where the money is.
Oh my god.
When you say this is where the money is, the
Deborah. What is
tunnel
Deborah?
is like continuing on. It's about like 10 feet-ish wide. And then on your left, there is a branch that branches away into the darkness. Like it opens up into like a tributary that is almost as wide as the main tunnel and it just kind of juts off to the left.
we look down that way.
It's dark.
And there's no carving to guide us this time.
There is not.
You come to a fork in the road.
Shall we shoot flare down this path? So we don't need to go. We can see.
Sure.
Why not?
Sure.
I think that's a good idea.
All right. So you're just firing a flare from like the flare gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do we have stick flares and flare gun
You
flares?
do.
Awesome. Maybe we should just be carrying. Well, in an open area.
Your
be
flare
carrying
guns
a
have two
stick flare.
flares. Like you can shoot them twice, and then you're out of the flares for the flare gun. Your stick flares, you have like half a dozen of them.
Oh, nice.
There would have been more on the sled, but you're not going to carry like a billion flares with you
Sure.
because they're heavy. The stick flares are
each
the
have
ones
a
that
bunch.
last half an hour. The flare gun flares last like 5 minutes.
Sure. Yeah, let's fire into this path.
All right. Boom. And it goes about 40-ish feet before it hits the ground. And the first thing is that it manages to get 40 feet. So there's clearly straight distance this way. It doesn't turn within that. And off in the 40 feet distance, the red glow of the flare illuminates another 10 or 15 feet beyond it, still straight. So there's at least 50 feet of tunnel here that keeps going.
Which way do we go? Shall we flip a coin?
If it goes off to left, and we think the tunnel will wrap around to the right towards where we were previously, we continue to right to find the pit.
Isn't this just like statistics where like whenever you get another opportunity to make a choice, you just always choose the new opportunity?
Well, we came this way to confirm our location relative to previous location.
Yeah, and we
If
haven't
we go
found that
other
tunnel.
direction, we have done nothing useful.
Well, we've come too far from the flare for it to be the same flare that got kicked by
Oh,
a thing.
have we?
Yeah, he said that like when we were walking down, we were walking down lower than the level at which
The pit would
that pit would have been.
Like if it's the same flare, someone carried it here.
Yeah. Which is why I mentioned if it could have been Markham Scott.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, certainly, like, it could have been one of the monsters, so.
New very dark tunnel or open area
Same very dark tunnel, new very dark.
Now, is it
tunnel.
like a continuation of
Well,
one tunnel
we had
and
the
an
open
offshoot?
Right. Like,
Okay.
it's very clear that the tunnel you are following just keeps going in this normal way, and then there's this very jarring branch off to the
Very
left.
jarring branch off.
Yeah.
Well, if it's jarring, I don't want anything to do with it. Let's continue on the path.
We could always come back to it.
That's absolutely true.
All right. So you continue forward along this path, and after about 10 minutes, you get to the tunnel. And yes, in fact, you have a giant pit above you that looks like exactly where you were.
Look at that.
And now you very clearly see tree branch jellyfish
Tree
on
branch
the bottom
jellyfish.
lip that you barely saw when you were up top.
Yes.
And you're like, well, we are clearly now 25 to 30 feet below where we were on the other side.
Well, I made it down to the bottom.
And now you can see that this tunnel then continues right and left all for as far as
no.
you can see.
Is
Another
is-
Do we
choice.
see blood markings?
You do.
Where?
At the base and dragging off away from you, like had you been able to cross over the pit to the other side in that direction.
do we see?
Oh,
Eh.
up above us.
No, like below, but in that direction. Because now that you've come to the pit, because originally the pit was here, it came down, and you couldn't get across it to the other side.
Yeah.
If it continued downwards, now you're at the intersection, and this goes forward. The blood trail goes further deeper in the direction that you could have gone had you been able to jump over the pit.
Ah, okay. Should we follow blood trail?
Absolutely.
No, we should not. Why should? Okay, it's probably going to a nest. We know that they mate in pairs, so we just, we killed Daddy, or we hurt Daddy, and Mommy's probably not too happy.
This time, everyone can hear the howling when it comes down the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Call and response or just how?
And in a moment, the response.
from the same direction,
Yes.
both from towards the blood.
And
Where-
one sounds hurt. Or
Yes, where Harry goes, absolutely, we should go there, and Ringo goes, no, absolutely not.
No, we probably shouldn't.
we would go there, find one healthy, one injured, and do what exactly?
What, you want to help him?
They move too fast to reliably kill.
You want? Oh, I
I got
understand.
lucky.
You want to help him by feeding him a couple of healthy, couple of meals. You can help him that way.
Well, we don't have any answers.
Hey, did you think they're gonna give him to you? I mean, as much as I'd love to check it out, it's survival, right? Let's help us.
I think we should go back to that branch
Oh, we should go back.
because this tunnel leads towards their nest, which of course is going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
The other tunnel, I have no clue, but it probably leads back up to some other level.
I guess
And
We
then-
want to be deep in tunnels, but not where they are.
Yeah.
So
And the-
other direction is, I mean, darkness doesn't help conceal us from them. So
And then suddenly there's a light tremor as almost the entirety of the tunnel shakes for just a brief moment, like 4 or 5 seconds, but enough that you can feel it. It's like one of those like perennial LA barely noticeable earthquakes, but you can all feel it.
That's not good, right?
It's like a 4-second tremor.
Oh,
That's not good.
There's a lot of volcanic activity deep in the earth. Could be something that just happens all the time, or could be an indication of something worse.
I think we should go that way. And I point in the direction. There's two. There's the left and the right.
Correct.
I point in the one that does not have the blood trail and the howling monsters.
That would be the opposite direction, back towards the way you would have come up top, except down here now.
Oh.
yeah,
Oh,
we're tracing
I
our
see,
steps
I see,
back
I see.
towards the main
And-
cave.
Which cave entrance has the symbol near it?
The symbol is towards the direction of the creatures.
I rescind my suggestion, and I say we follow the symbols.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was a
towards
180.
the blood.
towards
I mean, we
blood
Yeah,
and
it would be in
howling.
the direction of the blood drippings.
Oh, I mean, if there's one thing I know, it's fucking blood.
Look, we followed the symbols so far, and it hasn't turned us in the wrong direction. I'm just saying we continue on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Worst case scenario, slap Yuri's back. Yuri will just shoot the other one.
You all have guns. Please use them.
Yeah, but you're good at it.
I am good at it.
I mean, I tried earlier, but
This is like my favorite episode of Santa Clarita Diet. Have you guys seen this TV show?
I watched the first couple
In
episodes.
the last season, there's the girl and her cute nerdy boy neighbor who's the most adorable nerd kid ever, and 2 zombies come to attack them.
Oh yeah.
And so they have this moment where she's going, okay, when the time comes, we're gonna run to the thing and grab the knives. So they both grab knives out of the knife block, and they turn around and she like grabs the thing and she's like stabs her zombie in the head and stuff like that. It's this violent altercation, and then the camera pans out and the zombie attacking the boy is like just looking at him. The boy's got this knife and he goes, oh, I see. And it's like he just had no idea why they were grabbing the knife, and it never occurred to him. So this is like the moment when Yuri goes, you have guns, use them.
Oh, I see.
All right.
oh,
That's what they're for.
Yeah.
I've been watching it.
So yes, the symbol is on the side of where the blood trail would be.
I mean, hopped out for that.
And you hear again the call and response of like the mournful, really painful, and then the comforting response.
Yes, Deborah, do you believe symbols were scratched to mark direction we should go?
Oh, of course. That's a reasonable thing to do.
Yes. And you want to go to Howling Blood Trail?
Of course. That is the reasonable thing to do.
Deborah,
Okay, let's go.
Deborah, do you think that if Yuri were able to help patch up the wounds of this monster, that maybe it would not see us as adversaries?
Oh yes, I've seen what is it? The Lion, the Witch, the Lion and the Mouse. That story with the lion.
And you
where
have seen
take-
examples of this.
I'm talking about in
real
nature.
life.
You're a
In
biologist,
You're the
right?
biologist.
Oh yes. I was a child
Well,
once. I was not this grow up as a biologist. I was a little girl once. I wanted to be princess.
I have seen crocodiles and birds bio or coexist.
Yes. If you help mammalian creatures, they will recognize in kind that you've done something.
Of
kind to
course,
them.
I was one to wound it. So
That is true. It could attack you in rage right away. You
Attack
are
me
the
on
enemy.
sight.
As you round the bend casually, you start to see symbols written on the wall ahead of you, as if in dark red paint. There are signs
Not
as
paint.
big as your torso, and it is the tree branch jellyfish signs written largely on the wall. As you come around the corner, you see a tableau that is completely not what you expected. The creature is here. It is injured. It is very clearly injured. You can see that it has a wound on its left shoulder, and right there is throat where your gunshot had hit it. It is curled up on the ground and it is howling in that way that you can hear. On the other side of the cave is Markham Scott,
That motherfucker.
cradling the headless torso of Wen. And when the creature howls is mournful, injured sound. Markham responds with the howl.
Oh my god!
This fucking dude!
Thought there were two of them.
I hated this guy.
No wonder he was so adamant. We gotta go.
Dude!
fucking
Does
do
that, wait,
shit.
is Deborah one of them too?
Deborah is right here with you.
No.
I don't fucking know.
No, I think Deborah's just gone crazy.
Dude, I think maybe she is.
Like a human couldn't make that sound, right? certainly doesn't sound like it.
You haven't tried. I mean, you didn't think.
No. Wait, well, 1, 2, and then like one of us tries.
I mean, you didn't think humans could make the Chewbacca sound, and then you met a guy, and he says, "I can do Chewbacca," and then so many people have been doing Chewbacca ever since.
Oh no!
All right,
man.
all right. Give me your best Gojira roar.
Oh!
It's not
Yeah,
it.
that's not even-
It's not it.